Out to the home of the Bulldogs where it is cold on the 1st of May. Doddridge put up a 3-spot in the first, then added on in the second. Maxwell Nicholson turns the left fielder around, and he is into third with a belly flop. Then Joshua DeHaven brings him home. Fielder's choice to the second baseman gets the job done. More trouble for the Jackets in the third. Ball gets to the backstop, and Dane Murphy is in there easily for run number 5. Signs of life from Williamstown in the fourth. Dylan Pucella with a single. And then Tyler Coleman going to walk to load the bases. Ben Raines coming up with an opportunity, and he comes through. Nicely placed hit into the 5-hole. Alex Schmidt scores, and Raines safe at first. That's all they could muster, though, because Tristan Swigger shuts it down. Stellar outing from him tonight. First and third as Noah Powell gets the ground ball, throwing to second. No double play, and Evan Kelly going to score to increase the lead as Doddridge County goes on to take the LKC championship 12-1.